Good morning everyone, this is BremSter, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle by someone who is incredibly important to the channel. This puzzle is, the name is in Greek. I don't speak Greek. I barely speak English. This puzzle is called Thermo Entropy by Frapp. And Frapp is someone who has put more effort in the back end of this channel than I could ever thank him enough for. Thank you, Frapp. Now, that doesn't mean Frapp gets like the ability to dictate what puzzles happen or anything, apart from the fact that Frapp has recommended probably something like 30% of the puzzles you see on this channel have either been recommended or promoted by Frapp, and tested would be even higher. Like, so much effort has been put into puzzles by Frapp. Now, it's not that Frapp has done anything, is doing anything that is not available to other people. It's just Frapp puts the effort in. Like, other people can recommend, anyone can recommend a puzzle to my channel. The submission guidelines below are available to anyone to recommend a puzzle, but Frapp always reaches out to the setter if they know, if he knows I don't have permission to do the puzzle, and will take a screenshot of the conversation, either the email or the Discord chat with that setter. We'll often post if a puzzle is good into Logic Masters Germany comments asking the setter, may I recommend this, and all of that, and post screenshots of that in the post to me, so I don't need to go hunting. A few people say, oh, you should do this puzzle, and I get emails like that, but if I don't have permission of the setter, it's a real pain. Whereas Frapp will always ask and provide all of that detail, and it's just easy. I can grab a puzzle that has been recommended by Frapp and I can just do it. And occasionally Frapp sends in their own puzzles, and it's wonderful because it means I get to do a Frapp puzzle. But yes, if anyone else is in, if you come across a puzzle that you think is worthwhile for the channel, recommend it. Talk to me about how the best way to recommend. Talk to Frapp. Frapp would be more than willing to talk to you about it, I'm sure. I'm donating more of Frapp's time. I should not be doing that. But yeah, it's just many of the wonderful puzzles you see here have come to my attention because of Frapp. Thank you for everything you do. Let's have a look at Thermo Entropy by Frapp. So, what are the rules? One other thing is Frapp is also one of the people who has helped me with the Best of 2023 and putting that all together and driving nominations and everything over on the community section of my page at the moment. And there'll be a new post every couple of days which you can vote on for the best puzzle of 2023. And we're currently going through the elimination round, getting the original, I think it was 18 puzzles. No, it was 24 down to the 8 finalists, and then we'll run through final eliminations. Yeah, please go vote. Right, let's have a look at this one. Normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have thermos. Along thermometers, digits must strictly increase from the bulb to the tip. So this digit will be higher than this digit will be higher than this digit will be higher than this. And the same is true all the way along. These are quite long thermos. I imagine I am going to be able to pencil mark, or as a lot of people call them, goodliff, these quite heavily. And then any 2x2 area within the grid must contain a low digit, a digit from 1, 2, 3, a middle digit, a digit from 4, 5, 6, and a high digit, a digit from 7, 8, 9. So any 2x2 area that I draw, that 2x2 area, that 2x2 area, that 2x2 area, that 2x2 area, must contain a low, a mid, and a high digit. Global entropy is a lot of fun if you can wrap your head around it. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. The first thing that screams out to me is that I must put a low digit in here, but the minimum that digit could be is 4, because 4, 3, 2, 1, minimum, and these must be higher than that. So the only low digit I can put in is that one. This is 3 digits along a thermo, so this has to be 3, 2, and 1. These are both low digits, so these must be a mid and a high. These must be a mid and a high, and that can't be a high digit. That is the mid digit, this is a high digit. Because if this was high, 7, this would go 8, 9, and be broken. I must put a high digit in here somewhere. If this is high, this is high. If this is mid, this has to be high. So either way, that is a high digit, which means this is a high digit, because anything higher than high on a thermo is high. Anything lower than low on a thermo is low. Anything between two mids would be mid, but this could be mid or high. So this is 4, 5, 6. These are 7, 8, 9. Now, this is now a low digit, which doesn't surprise me at all. So it's 1 or 2 because it can't be 3. Now, this could be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe, except it can't be. This can't be, this must be low. Because if this is mid, these would all be mid, and that would have to be both low and high. So this is not mid, and it can't be high, so it must be low. So this is 1, 2, and because this is on a thermo, this is the 2, and this is the 1. That's beautiful. Now this must be mid, because I need to put a mid in that 2 by 2. So this is 4, 5, 6, and these are mid and high. This could go 7, 8, 9, I think, and that be mid, and that would all be good. But now, these could be high, but I can't make them all high. Oh, that's glorious. I can't make all of these high, because then this would have to be both low and mid. So this cannot be a high digit. So this must be a mid digit, because I can't make it low, because then all of these would have to be from 1, 2, 3. So this is a mid digit. Now, this could be possibly low, possibly, but this can't be, because then both of those would have to be 3. So this is a mid digit. Now I need to put a low and a high in here, and a low and a high in here. If this is high, this is broken, because I couldn't, this must be low, because if I put a high here, these can only be mid and high. So where do I put the low in here? Because they have to be higher than this mid. So this must be the low in this 2 by 2. That is a low digit, which means this is a high digit. High digit. Now, this must be surely a low, because if this is mid, because this must be a 1, because if it's not 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, maybe. No, because if this is 4, 5, 6, that can't be mid. This must be a low digit, and therefore it's 1. If that's a low digit, it's 3. If that's a low digit, it's 3, which means one of those is mid. One of them must be low, and the other one must be mid. This is the mid. This would be like, that would just work. Huh. Wait a minute, these are low and high, but I can't put a low there. I've already got 1, 2, 3. This is the high digit. This is the low digit. Pay attention to your box. So this is a mid digit. So this isn't 6, and this is 5 or 6. This isn't 9, by the way, and this isn't 7. Remember your thermos. Remember, boys and girls, remember your thermos. So this is a maximum of 6. So maximum 6, maximum 5, maximum 4. So this is 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6. This could, if this is 3, this could potentially go 4, 5, 6. Maybe. This is mid, because that 2 by 2 needed. This 2 by 2 needs a low, so that's a low, which means it's 3. This 2 by 2 needs a mid, so this is mid. There needs to be a high in here and a high in here, but I also need to put a mid. Now, if I put a mid here, these would both be high, and that'd be fine. If I put the mid here, these are both, yeah, this all works. In fact, I don't think this can be mid, because if this is mid, there'd be no high here. There must be a high in one of these two. So this is high. If these are both high, I might be okay, but this is definitely high. Oh, I could have got that from the column. So this is 4, 5, or 6. If these are mid, if this is mid, these 3 are all mid, because 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then this would be broken. There'd be no high digit in it. This is the important 2 by 2. I have to put a high digit in this 2 by 2, the same as I had to put a low digit in here. So where do I put the high digit? If I put the high digit there, it's 7, 8, 9, 10. And if I put it down here, it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This must be a high digit. So with that being a high digit, that becomes a high digit. This is 7, 8, and 9. That means these are a 7-8 pair. This is an 8 or a 9. This now has to be mid in order to complete this 2 by 2. There must be a low in here, but this has to be high, which must be a 9. Oh, there's a 7-8 pair there. How is it? Right, there's a 7-8 pair there. This is a 9. Because this couldn't be a 9 because it's partway along a thermo, and that's a 7-8 because it sees a 9. That's really cool. This is 4, 5, or 6. Can this be 1, 2, 3? This would be 1, this would be 2, this would be 3. There'd be 2 low, there'd be the mid. Yeah, I think that works. And if this is mid, this is always low because I need to put a low in here. And if this is low, then this is low. And if this isn't low, this is low. So both of those are always low, which means this is always a 1. And this is, well, this is just a 2. And this is 3, 4, or 5. This is a 1 or a 3. This is a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun. Am I good at it? Maybe. This is a mid because I need to put a mid into this 2 by 2. This is a low because I need to put a low into this 2 by 2. So these are the 1, 2, 3, and that one's not 1. That can't be low. One of these is mid. That can't be low. So the low in, this is low. I can't put low in either of those two. And if that's not low, that's not low. This is a low digit, which means it's a 1. That's crazy. Being able to just get this disjointed 1. Surely this has to be high. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 doesn't work anymore. This is a high digit. There must be a low in one of those two, but that's not really that great. 6, 5, 4, 3. Yeah, I don't know. Hang on. 6, 5, 4, 3. There might be a problem here because of that 3, 4. If this is 6, maximum, if this isn't high, the maximum would be 6, the maximum would be 5, the maximum would be 4, the maximum would be 3. This would be 2, I could go 2, 4. So no, I could go 2, 4, 5, 6. So that would be, no, I can't go 2, 4. This couldn't be 3, 4. If this is medium, maximum 6, maximum 5, maximum 4, maximum 3. So this would have to be 2 or 3. And if this is 3, this would be 4, and that's broken that. And if this, and this can't be 2. This would have to be 3, 4, and that doesn't work. So this must be a high digit. Don't know if that's the correct deduction. These are low and mid. So this is 7, 8. This is 8, 9. There's a high in here. This is high and mid. There must be a high, but there must be a high in here. There must be a 9 in here. There must be a 9 in here. But there must be a high in here. How do I get both a high in those two and a high in that 4? That's the 9. That's very, very cool. Which means this is anything. Well, it's not low. Or high, that's mid. It sees 7, 8, 9, and 1, 2, 3. This is a mid digit. Okay, that was unexpected. And there's a mid and a low in... So these are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's no 2 here. 2 is in one of those two, which puts 2 over here. Again, I am not feeling my boat floated. Now, this is either... Can this be... This can't be high. It can't be 7, 8, 9, because this can't be a 9, and this can't be a mid digit. So if this can't be high or mid, it is low. And if it's low, it's 2 or 3. This can't be low. This could be 8, 7, though. No, it can't be 8, 7. This can't be high. This is a mid digit. Because if this was a high digit, it'd have to be 8 because it can't be 7. Therefore, this would have to be 9 and it can't be. So this is a mid digit. This is beautiful. And now this has a lot of freedom. But this is 4, 5, 6. Now I have to put a high digit in one of those. So either that's a 7 or that's an 8 or a 9. But, oh no, this is a high digit. There's a 2 by 2 there. That is a high digit, which means this is an 8 or a 9. And now this could be anything. But I need to put a high digit in here. I need to put a high digit in here. Wait a minute, this 9 made this 8, which made this 9. There is a 7 in one of those two, which means there's a 7 in one of those two. This is 4, 5, 6. So these are 2, 3, 7. They're just 2, 3, 7. 8 is up here. This can't be low, is all I really know, isn't it? Yeah. It's 4. Well, it's 5, 6, 7, or 8, because it can't be 4, because it has to be higher than that. I've got all 3. Well, this could be mid. I need to put a high in one of those two. So there's a 7 or an 8 in one of those two. Wait, there's got to be a high in here. That's not high. That's not high. That's not high. High. So this is 7 or 8. That gives me a 7, 8 pair. So where's 9 in this box? 9 isn't in any of those. 9 isn't in any of those. 9 isn't on the thermo. That's a 9, giving me a high digit. Two is in one of those two, and 2 isn't that far along a thermo. That's the 2. That's a low digit. This is 3. These are both mid. This is 4. I get a mid and a low here. That's all 3. This is mid either way now, because this can't be 3, 2. So this is mid either way. So this is 4, 5, 6, which means in this column, this is high. So this is 7, because it can't be 8 or 9. And this is the final mid digit, which is 4, 5, 6. Still not sure about that one. All I know is 3 is in one of those two, which I've had for quite a while. I just didn't use it. This is a 4, 5, 6, which is also mid, which means this is low and high. But strangely enough, 2, 3, 7, where I've already got a 2, 3 placed, one of them is low and one of them is high. I need to put I've got one mid in this box, but I need to put a mid into that 2 by 2 and a mid into that 2 by 2. If I put the mid there, what's the mid I put in that 2 by 2? I don't have it. If I put the mid there, what's the mid I put in that 2 by 2? I don't have it. That is the 4, 5, 6. And 8 is in one of those two. This is a 1, 8 pair. It's just a 1, 8 pair. This is 4, 5, 6, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. This is 4, 5, 6. So this is mid. So now, if this is mid, I'm broken. Because if this is mid, if this goes 5, 6, then what's the mid I put here? Because I'd have all 3 mids in the box and there'd be no mid for this region. So this is high, and anything higher than high on a thermo is high. So this is 7, 8, this is 8, 9. But this 7, 8 pair means this is 9. This 7, 8 pair means this is 9. Need to put a mid into this 2 by 2. Need to put a mid into this 2 by 2. That means I know the order of these digits. This is 4, 5, or 6. It can't be 6 because this has to be higher than it. Okay. This is a low and a mid. This isn't a 2. That gives me a 1, 3 pair. So this is the 2. So there is a 4, 5, 6, and a 3. There's a 3 in one of those with a 4, 5, 6. This is high because of this 2 by 2. There is a mid in one of those. Still not sure why that can't be a 3. There's a mid in one of those. This is low and mid. There must be a high in one. Oh, there must be a high in one of these, but this sees 7, 8, and 9. That can't be high. This must be high, and therefore that is 7 and that is 8. These are low and mid. These are low and mid. This 7 looks up saying that's not 7. I can't put... There must be a low in here. Because I can't put 2 mids and I don't have highs available. 1... it's not it. Oh, this 8 makes this 7, which makes this 8, which makes this 8, which makes this 7. This is 7 or 8. That makes this 7, which puts 8 in one of those two. 9 is right here by Sudoku. That's all the 9s. 7, 7. 7 is in one of those two by Sudoku. And one of those two by Sudoku. 7 can't be here. 7 can't be here. This is a 1 and this is a 9. So this isn't the 7. This is the 7. And that's a high digit. This is a low digit. Which unfortunately completes these 2 by 2s, however they resolve. But this now must be high. Because there's 2 mediums and a low. That is a high digit. Which means it's 7 or 8. This can't be high. This can't be a 7. If this is a 7, these would all be high, and this would have to be low and mid. This isn't the 7. This is the 7. This is the 8. This is the 7, which means that's a high digit. The 8 means this isn't an 8. This is a middle digit, which means this isn't a 6. This puzzle is stunning. I've got these chains in here of really tricky low-mid placements. Eight is in one of those two, because 8 can't be in those or that one. But I need to put a high into that. So that's your 8. Now this is low and mid. There's a weird low-mid chaining going on here, and I can't quite see it. This 8, of course, makes this 1 and this 8. So this is your low, this is your high. That puts 1 right here. So that's your low. And now I can see it because that's mid. This 2 by 2 needs a low. There must be a mid in one of those. This is also a low and a mid. So there has to... Well, this is 3 because it sees 1 and 2, which means this is 1 and this is 3. These are now both mid because they see 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. These are both mid for the row, which means this is low. This is now mid. These are 4, 5, 6. This is just a 2. There must be a 3 in one of those two now. This is 4, 5, 6. How am I going to resolve these 4, 5, 6s? It's got to be this thermo. I'm very worried about how I'm going to resolve this. There must be a low in this 2x2, but that sees 1, 2, 3. So this is the low. So this can't be 1 or 3. So this is a 2, which means this is a 3, which means this is a 2. 3 by Sudoku is now here. So that's a low. This now has to be a mid, 4, 5, 6. This has to be a mid, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. These 4, 5, 6s are going to kill me. Wasn't it a puzzle I did just a few days ago where 4, 5, 6s killed me at the end? This is a 1 by Sudoku, so that is low. Need to put a mid in here. 4, 5, 6. Please don't be another puzzle where 4, 5, 6s kill me at the end. This is a high digit. So this is the 2. Threes are in this pattern. But I don't think I can use the entropy anymore. This is a 4, 5 pair. So this is 6. So 6 comes out of those. 6 comes out of those. That's a 4, 5 pair. So that's a 6. 6 comes out of there. 6 comes out of there. Six is now there because of that 4, 5 pair. 6 is now there. This is not 6. 6 comes out of there. This is a 4, 5 pair. So that becomes a 6. So this becomes a 5. So this becomes a 4. That's beautiful. This becomes a 4. There's no 4 in any of those. The 4 makes this 5, which makes this 6. This is beautiful resolution. Beautiful. There's no 5 in either of those. The 4 looks out making this the 6 and this the 4. The 6 looks out making this the 5, which makes this the 4 by Thermo, making this the 5. There's no 4 or 5 here. This is the 6. The 5 makes this the 4. 4, 5 makes this 6. The 5 makes this the 4 and this the 5, this the 4 and this the 5. These are 3 and 4. This is 4. There's no 4 here. So these are 3 and 5. But this is 5. So this is 3. This is 5. So this is low. 5 is mid. I've got, this now needs to be the mid with this being the low. This is the 3. This is the 4. 23 minutes, 28 seconds for a global entropy thermo puzzle. And it's called Thermo Entropy, however you pronounce that in Greek. I don't speak Greek. Sorry, I don't speak Greek. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I've done a few global entropy puzzles in the past. This is probably... I've struggled with a lot of them. This is one of my favorites, if not my favorite. It's definitely my favorite that I've done in the last week, because in the last week I've done a total of 1. It's also the least favorite I've done in the last week, but it's still really good. Great puzzle, Frappy. Thank you very, very much. If you find puzzles that are this good, please recommend them. I mean, Frappy found this one pretty easily, but if anyone finds puzzles that they like, please consider recommending. Reach out to me on the best ways to do that. As I said, Frappy's got it down to an art form. But yeah, really, really cool. Absolutely stunning. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this puzzle as much as I did. Maybe that's possible. And as always, good luck with your solving.